Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with Rule Games. Alright, last we left off, we went back up to the first floor of the ruins. Which is a bit concerning since I know we're supposed to be on the most bottom floor to find the bones. I guess this will just be a mild detour. Let's see what awaits for us over here. We have been burning through camping supplies like no other. This place has definitely been fairly brutal to us. But we're here now, and let's see how much further we have to go. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with the grinding rasp of stone. Ah! A shortcut!
Laying low.
Interesting. Let's go take a look at these candles. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap above the altar, lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's this all for?
Redemption. And they got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room and you uncover your eyes again, and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life.
Eater's eyes linger on the candles, and he seems for a moment to be a younger man.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
I'm not going to snuff a candle. Are you freaking kidding me?
Keeping an eye out.
That would be just mean and bad. Now, why did they send me back over here?
It was nice to see those candles still burning. I figured they'd have gone out by
Can you
now.
imagine what would have happened if I snuffed a friggin' candle? He would not have been very happy about that. Alright, I think this area's pretty clear, so I'm just gonna move quickly. I'm gonna go talk to this dude over here. Oh, there's freaking shades and stuff down there. Hi.
Hail and well met.
Alright, we're still looking. Looks like we might have to go back down. I don't know how necessary that shortcut was, but alright. Go back down into the place with shades. Oh, maybe we're supposed to go this way? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're back into the danger zone.
Keeping quiet.
And there's a lever. Alright, well, what do we have to lose? Bullet. What's that? Oh my. Alright, well, let's go talk to the soul. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. It features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own painting breaths are loud in your ears. Panting breaths, not painting. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wertan has joined you here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment and then looks past at someone else. This is interesting. I'll come back once they're gone, he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. Huh. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. So this guy literally was just here, left to die. There is a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. Yuck. You hear in the faint murmuring to your right the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. So did he just trap him in there? I'm just feeling guilty? What's to be afraid of? You're already dead. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. So, I'm not 100% sure what might have happened, but... You know what doesn't make sense? To put traps in here. Some of the gold leaf on these relics is chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks on one of its bowls.
Right.
How may I help? I'll have it in no time.
Yeah, let's open it up.
The work of a moment.
Oh, unique. This is the kind of reason why you... Huh. Can I use this to actually open up some of these things? Well. spinning. There are faint scratches upon the brickwork by the door hinges. This stand rocks unsteadily on its base. It seems the mechanism is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's open this up. Alright, good. No trap. Good! Hooray for consistency. Alright. Well, it looks like we're done. It wasn't as much as I thought there was going to be. We survived the ruins! Now we're going to go confront Worden. Let me see what the journal says. Spirit appeared to me within the vault and showed me a vision of what happened in the temple many years and what part Wharton played in it. Confronting him may provide me with some measure of the whole truth. So, by the way, I was reading, and the bells thing, I believe one of the notes, is it this? Our village has changed, I do not wish to... No, there was a note that mentioned the order of bells to an extent that the right bell was first and last. I mean, this one tells you that the big bell is the second one. It implies it was only the second one. I'd like to find that. I'm curious, because, I mean, apparently there's also a key, but I just wasn't astute enough to see it. But I could have sworn, and I remember reading that maybe it was just part of the vision. But I could have sworn there was something that told you that the bell on the right is the first and the last. I may just be imagining things. No, I'm almost certain. I can go back and look, but... So, the fact is that you know the bell is... The right bell is the first and last. You know the big bell is the second, therefore. By the process of elimination, the left bell is the third. I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time looking for it, but if I can't find it, so be it. Huh. But yeah, there was something that would tell you that the right bell was the first and left. The right hand, by the way, does imply the bell, which that other book was talking about, which is why I thought the right bell might have been the first. Yeah, I don't know where. Wait, is it that? It might be that. Let's try to make our way over there. And then we're going to talk to Wharton. Over here, I think. Right, and so I thought there was a scroll or something that they wrote. Was it really just this letter home? No, it's not this. No, it's not that. What was it? Did I throw it away without realizing it? It's odd. I could have sworn I read it, but it might very well have been the spirit I was talking to or listening to. In which case, wait a minute. Is that in the journal? Ah, there we go. I have seen some manner of spirit within the temple, or memory. And this memory recalled an Athosian rite involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls, apparently, is that of the right hand. There we go. Which has a distinctive warped tone to it. There was my hint. Reminder, folks, check your journal. It might have a hint. Alright. A quick save. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna talk to you. Dude, you have some explaining to do.
Hail, traveler.
Wharton smiles nervously as you approach. Think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arm's hurting a little less. He hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? His eyes dart constantly about the ruins. Something you're nervous about? No, of course not. Just never good to linger around these places, that's all. Wharton gives you a searching look. Did you find anything? You lied to me. Aw. Oh, I have these other things. I thought this was my only option. What? Wharton grins uncertainly. I was clear about everything. The risk involved? Is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders. And I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. I have resolve. You and I both know what I saw down there. And what they told me. Wait, does he know I'm a watcher? Oh, I mean, maybe. Wharton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice when he speaks is small. How did you... I'm not going to attack him. I want to know more about what the heck is going on. That place is full of shadows, spirits of those you killed. That's not... He eyes you fearfully. I didn't kill them! Right up until the end, You don't understand. I tried to help them, I did. Every day, every single day, I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them that they were playing with fire. Raedric wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like it wasn't costing me coming in to try to help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. Oh, intellect. I don't think he killed them. I mean, what happened? Raedric sent word he was going to have them arrested, drag them out, lock them up. They wouldn't listen. Directrix said they'd be reborn if anything should happen, and she wasn't afraid. I convinced them to hide, at least. They have that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of Deerwood, back to Aedir. But when I told the men that the priest had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. Wharton shakes his head. There was nothing I could do. That sucks. Aedir's eyes are wide and disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone. Get the town together, organize a rescue. I don't know if that would have worked, dude. The town was kind of very angry at this temple. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now we got left is people like you. That's a dumb statement. Like, that is such a dumb statement. You could have spoken up, tell Raedric the truth, yet and get hung, and then have them executed anyway? That was stupid. Alright. Why did you send me down there? Maybe. Seems like those priests brought it on themselves. I'm not gonna say that. You worthless bastard, you abandoned them to save your own skin. I'm not gonna fully blame him completely. Maybe he could have tried to get... That temple didn't seem very sealed. Maybe there was more of a block back then. Alright. Why did you send me down there? because if Lord Raedric means to have the temple cleared, they would have found their bones eventually. They know I'd lied to them when I said the priest left. Oh, really? And I'd hang. Wharton's shoulders sang. I don't know if Raedric would have killed them. Maybe they'd be languishing in cells now. Maybe they'd be off somewhere in the Empire and I'd have a night's peace. I told you the way of it, Wharton says, his voice rough. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. No. Can't do it. Maybe. No. And I don't know if this is my character either. Alright, you're a coward, Wharton, but that's no crime. Give me my money and get out of my face. Wharton stammers, bewildered. He grasps at his belt in a panic and finally pulls a fat coin purse out for you to take. The moment it is in your hands, he takes off, scrambling to get away. Alright, that was interesting and cool. I got XP. I got XP. And I have still a ways to go before 6K. Alright, we did it!
Yeah.
We conquered the ruins. Woohoo, our first real victory. As a party. Fine, exceptional, superb. So, yeah. Apparently, by the way, and I did not know this, you can actually kill everyone in the caravan in the very beginning as a way of, I don't know, it's one way of skipping the tutorial, but I mean, if you wanted to play a chaotic evil character, it is doable. It's very difficult. Very difficult. And not all classes can really do it reliably, but it's possible, and I kind of like the fact that they accounted for that possibility and allowed that. That to me is neat. Alright, it is hour 25? This leads me to wonder how many hours are in a day here? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Alright, let's go to the inn. Rest up. Everyone rest up. And buy some camping supplies. Was it profitable? I don't know. So we're going to give you the cape of Ethiopian priest. Uh-oh. We're going to get rid of you on that ring. Put the ring over here. Give you the ring of protection. What do we have right now? We have a mail armor recovery speed minus 45%. Brigandine. What's that look like? Alright. We are going to be a heavy dwarf. You know, we're going to eventually have to get through this inventory management. What are your stats anyway? So you're not particularly high in dexterity. Fine sword. It is tempting. I'll at least swap out the hatchet. Okay, let's look. That has damage 10 to 15. Fast. I don't know what interrupt means. Anyway. Gon's share. 12 to 17 crush damage. Convert graze to hit. Really? Does that mean that I can turn any graze into a hit? That's interesting. And it's fine. And draining, whatever that means. Right click for details. 30%. Okay. A lesser-known aspect of the god Aethys, Gon represents the cyclic nature of life and the seasons, and is often portrayed as a farmer wielding a scythe. He enjoys popularity among more rural followers of Aethys who are drawn to his varying identities as provider, shepherd of the dead, and defender against injustice. Gon's share is said to have been crafted by a distraught Deerwoodian smith after the destruction of his home by a Glenfathan raiding party. Upon arriving at a neighboring settlement, the smith immediately set out about his work, intending to craft a weapon suited to righting the wrongs done to his village. Toiling over several weeks, he was able to fashion a heavy flail covered in small sickle-shaped blades, with which he was determined to send any returning invaders to the afterlife. Enchantment, 4 out of 14. I don't know what that means, but okay. No, you're the most, properties sharp. $15 to $22. I mean, this would seem weaker. But this is crushing damage. What damage is mine? Slash crush. We'll give it to you. We'll see how well you handle it. I'm going to keep your sword for right now. Alright. What else? Warhammer. That doesn't seem very strong. Yeah, we're going to need to have an inventory management time. I probably will do it off screen, but for right now... let's see... What do you have for sale? I would like more of your chicken. Did I buy that chicken? Oh, no, it's over there. 60 copper. Ouch. I will take your camping supplies, too. I still don't know how to split a stack. I'll have to look that up. So that would be useful. Alright, let's see what we can trade. Now I'm going to toss this cape away. I'm going to keep at least one set of simple clothing. I'm going to keep the mail armor. Oh, I should wear that helmet. Or he should. We'll see. We will see. Alright. I will toss this shield. I will toss this dagger. I will toss this spear. One of everything I want. Hunting bow, hunting bow, hunting bow. Quarterstaff, huh? Sword. Not even short sword or anything, just sword. I'm probably going to get rid of this. It's just a sword. Hatchet. Hatchets are probably not worth keeping. Battle axe, hatchet. Now let's dump some of this leather armor. This is the stuff that really costs money. Wow. We'll have one set of each thing. Hide armor. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Can I organize this? Oh, no. Oh, whatever. Sell. Alright, this looks good enough. What's this? Clothing. Huh. I'll keep all that. I'll keep all that. I'll keep all that, and I'll definitely keep all that. Alright. Let's trade. Wonder if we should pick up an adventurer. We really could use a rogue. So what happens if this goes? Let's say we say yes. Pick a female. Female. We want some... Okay, so we want a rogue. It's like going through character creation all over again. Alright, for a rogue, I think elf is probably where we want to go. Pale elf or wood elf. Wood elves trace their beginnings far north of present-day Ader and have migrated south throughout the forests of the continent, now covering it all the way south across the equator. They are also believed to have migrated across the sea to Aer Glenfath. Whilst physiologically identical to one another, wood elves from Ader are culturally different from those in Aer Glenfath, and consider themselves wholly different groups. Very Archer-esque. Against any enemy that is more than 4 meters away, wood elves gain bonuses to accuracy, deflection, and reflex. Pale elf. It is unclear exactly how long ago the Pale Elves, Glamfelin, came to the southern polar regions of the world, but they have lived there for at least 12,000 years based on their continuous contact with Elmoa traders. They appear to be one of the most stationary ethnic groups in the known world, migrating within polar region but seldom venturing far north. They are rare in all northern lands, and most people consider them exotic, if they are seen at all. Alright, let's go with Wood Elf. Rogue. Rogues are vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks. They can be found as often in dark back alleys at the heart of battlefield skirmishes. Yep, I remember reading about that in the first video, I think. So we have rogue attacks as our enemy to move, inflicting extra damage and hobbling an enemy successfully hit. Blinding strike. Blinds the target. Let's go with crippling strike. Great, now we got all this other stuff. So, I think all of these are important. Intellect is recommended for a rogue, huh? Oh, I won't just that. I'll put in 2 minus unresolved. I'll keep the Constitution where it is. Dexterity, perception, intellect. A lot of these things are important. I'll have high perception. I do need them to see this stuff. Grants bonus to interrupt. Interrupt determines how likely a damaging attack is to delay their opponent's current... so, okay, I see. The roll uses an interrupt value from the attacker, so if I'm basically about to attack, you can interrupt the attack. That's good. Might. We need some damage. That's good. Dexterity. Action, speed, and reflex. I like to get high dexterity. Alright. And they say intellect is important, so I'm just going to go with the stat line. We have Aether, we have the Deadfire Archipelago. Exit middle. That doesn't look like me. Old Valia, maybe. Brautai. Probably no, most likely not. Living Lands. And also I should look at what might do well for the White That Wins. Oh, that would be for my southern if I had one of the other elf class. Alright. Adir is resolved. No, I just Deadfire Archipelago. I think I'm going to go with that. Consisting of nation and nest attack. Pirate infested. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. I mean, it works out well stat-wise. Old Valia, too. Old Vaila. I'm going to go with Aether right now. No, wait, what am I talking about? Deadfire Archipelago. Right. And let's see. Drifter would work, maybe. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is... And that makes sense as being an adventurer. Raider. That could also work. I'm going to be consistent, I think. I mean, we could go mechanics and stealth. Or we go Raider. I'm going to go Raider for right now. Head. I like this head the best. Huh, that would be like the pale elf there. Oh, we do not have any female elf portraits. A lot more female godlike portraits. We can use one of the human ones if we have a hood covering. Because in terms of just pure elf portraits, I think we only have the choice between this one, which we could maybe use. This one maybe. Let's go with a hooded female maybe. Oh no, there are more elves here. Huh. Wait. What race is that? Well, now we're in male territory. We don't want to give a male portrait. I like this one. Skin slightly paler. Hair black. That's a good one. Alright, we will do this one. I think. Or this one. Let's go with this one.
Yes.
I've got this. My eyes are peeled. I've got this. Let's go! Quickly and quietly. Now I am leader of the group. Nyah! Well, now I am leader of the group. Kill them all!
Alright, Noble.
Let's keep quiet. Leading the way. Attack!
Yes.
To whispers and shadows.
Oh?
I shall lead us. Show them how it's done! Quick and quiet. Yeah, I'll lead the way. You're mine! I'll go on ahead. I shall lead us. Finish them! To whispers and shadows.
I like this one. Alright, let's go with that. And then the name for the adventure will be Siomi. Alrighty. We have a new adventure. Level 1 rogue who will be leveled up to 2, right? Alright, let's look at her stats. So, we want mechanics. 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 All mechanics. Okay, well, we want stealth too, I guess, but... Stealth and mechanics. We also have second wind. I definitely want to pump up this mechanics thing as much as possible. You know, it might not be a terrible idea to dump a point into survival so you get camping bonuses. You might as well. Just dump 1 point. 1 point. Athletics, you already get your second wind, which is nifty. Don't see much value in the first point for lore, but whatever. Class. Alright. I mean, I know they have a natural affinity for ranged weapons. It'd be nice to go, if a rogue could go more with that, but if I have to be a backstabbing rogue, so be it. Just wanted an elf. What's backstab do? Oh, you still can... Oh, but it must be within 2 meters. Okay. Well, I'm going backstab, so... There you have it. Alright, folks. We have our first adventurer to complement our party.
Greetings.
Let's go take a room. And... 1 perception, 1 mechanic. This is good for the rogue to resolve. You know what? Let's try this one out. And we're sleeping. Alright, folks. We've all rested pretty well. I guess we'll call the video here. When we come back, we'll explore the rest of the town, because it should almost be morning. And maybe go back up and visit the Valewood again. Get those things that we got before, but didn't get in this save, I guess. And then meet that bear. Alrighty, guys. Ladies and gents, toodaloo. Until next time.